Hey, yo, everybody. Welcome to Nation's Corner. I am your host, Tony Justice. And with me tonight is a certain band of characters. I'm going to start off by introducing who I call my pinch hitter. Steven is my clutch hitter, but John in South Jersey is my pinch hitter. What's going on, Johnny boy?
Good evening, one and all. That's right. The lefty coming out of the pen. Pitching a little relief tonight since we got people going around everywhere, especially down in Texas. So,
Yeah.
pleasure to sit in with you guys. Pleasure to be here. And let's talk some Mission Pro. Let's talk a little wrestling.
Yes, sir. Also down there in my bottom right, I have the one, the only, the very beautiful Debhausen. How you doing, Deb?
I'm doing great. Wearing my New Japan Pride shirt. Just got it in the mail the other day.
Oh, you hit me in it.
Shut up.
Nice.
Yeah, I like this shirt. It fits good. There's so many freaking rainbow shirts that I'm gonna be ordering, but this is a good one.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm doing good. All of you watching out there, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Hit the like, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're watching us, you should be subscribed. Why not? Come on, it's just a button.
Smash that like button.
Yeah. Good deal. Yeah, smash that like button, y'all. Now, the last but not least, in my bottom left, we have the one, the only, the Mongrovian Sheik himself, Mongrovian Mike. How's it going, bro?
What's up, everybody? What's happening? Sad week this week on a few fronts, right? One of them sad and happy, but this one is sad with the Sheik. I just want to say R.I.P. to the Iron Sheik.
Absolutely.
Khosrow Vasiri. Much respect the legend. Condolences to his wife Carol, who put up with him and saved his life. Thank you, Carol, for saving his life and keeping him here a lot longer than he probably would have lasted had he been on the trajectory he was.
Right.
But I recommend everybody to go to A&E and watch but the biography on the Iron Sheik. You will find out a lot. It's amazing. I found out so much about him. But right now he's up in heaven with his sweet daughter who was, unjustly taken from this earth, at a very young age by a shithead boyfriend. And that guy can rot in hell. But he's up there with his daughter now, and that we know that broke his heart, and that's probably what sent him on the spiral downward. But thank God for Carol for loving him, and thank God for the Sheik. I mean, what he did for professional wrestling, like I didn't even realize it then, but when you look back many years later, what he did for the wrestling industry and in particular for ushering in the new era, of Hulkamania, and just totally making the whole world go crazy. I mean, wrestling's been around for 100 years, but the early 80s, late 70s was when it really started to get it, to get the grasp. And thank God Vince had the mind, the genius mind to do this. People look back at it now as cartoonish, but boy, did that guy generate. That guy generated real freaking heat, and he wasn't even he's a Persian. He was Persian,
right?
He was not. There's no sheiks there. The sheiks are in Saudi, and he's not. He's not Arabic. He's Persian, actually. But us knuckleheads here, we didn't know it. That guy's got a turban on. He's wearing the thing. He's from the Middle East. Look, he's got the curly boots, like
right.
So one thing that made me think about like that kind of character and how they used it back then, it goes along the lines of, I don't know if you guys saw the Dark Side of the Ring about Chris Candido and Tammy. But in the beginning they showed how Cornette used the public hatred of Hillary Clinton. And had Sonny kind of be that character. And
Smoky Mountain.
It's one of those things like that, and the Iron Sheik kind of reminded me of that, as maybe sometimes these days we may look at it and be like, some storylines are a little iffy. I really feel like that is doing the perfect job of taking advantage of like people's natural like feelings, especially during that time with the hostage situation and everything. Like it's like tapping into people's natural feelings where people are naturally going to have a hatred or a negative reaction. It's just brilliant.
This is what a great character and what a great wrestler and performer and talent that he was. They had how many people on, and they all had these different distinct. Jake the Snake story, Jimmy Hart had the story. Jerry Briscoe had a story. Sergeant Slaughter had him up on the roof. By the way, shout out to Tony for the great meme.
Yes.
Fuck these shingles.
The shingles.
Fuck the shingles.
I mean, it's just like, and when you think back to that class and that Vern Gagne had, and I don't know, I don't know if you know that Vern Gagne guy or that Greg Gagne guy.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I know that guy.
Wrestle. Yeah, and
I don't know.
And by the way, Tiffany Stratton is not the greatest thing out there.
Suck it, Savage.
He was started with Sergeant Slaughter, Ric Flair. He's taught by the Gagnes. A who's who of what? And here's the guy that came across. Alan Rice told him, we don't have to go through that. Alan Rice, the famous wrestling coach for the U.S. Olympics, told Cosro, come wrestle. Come to Minnesota. And when that man came here, he knew two words: Alan Rice, Mr. Alan Rice. That's it. And what he made, and then when there's a couple of things. Everybody's got to go watch the Hall of Fame induction speech when he doesn't leave the stage. I gotta go back and watch that. Oh my God! And for an extra added treat, just leave it on because the next one inducted is Paul Orndorff, and then you see Bobby Heenan induct him. It's really it's just like it really.
The 2005
Nikolai Volkov got inducted, so it's like all of my favorites from the younger days, man, the early days. Of wrestling.
Yeah, the 2005.
WWE
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, John, and Tommy Dreamer was talking the other day. They were talking about the things the myths that they didn't, Nikolai Volkov was not Nikolai Volkov. Ivan Koloff wasn't really Russian.
Okay, right.
And Nikolai Volkov, I find out, was never singing the Russian national anthem.
No, it was something.
It was the Russian national anthem.
Of course, it was. But
I stood up at every Nassau Coliseum show and pissed off all the little shits in front of me. Those kids looking at me. Why are you cheering for him?
Because I root for the bad guys.
Can I just say in that conversation,
Hulk Hogan, that fucking jabroni, him and that turkey, that dead turkey. You look like that jabroni Hulk Hogan.
So in that conversation that Tommy had about myths and urban legends in wrestling, I also didn't know that Arn and Ole were
not related. No, not even.
What? I have never heard that before.
Not even.
He said that. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, they are never related. Never.
No clue.
Marty Lund, a.k.a. Arn Anderson.
Yeah. Oh my God. And
the only one that does everything what they say he did is Ric Flair. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
That's
One
true.
thing I'd like to touch on is something that Keith Elliott Greenberg said Friday. He was talking about the Iron Sheik when he lost to Hulkamania and Hulk Hogan, and it ushered in Hulkamania. Well, basically, when Iron Sheik went through the curtain, or however he put it, I can't remember. But basically, when he went through the curtain, that went out the era before Hulkamania, before the golden years,
Right?
The golden era, and Hulkamania Hulk Hogan when he won that championship, it ushered in Hulkamania in WWF and the golden era, which I thought was an awesome. Analogy.
I heard that too. That was awesome, Tony. I'm glad that got you too, man, because that grabbed me when he said that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the conversation they had with Keith Elliott Greenberg about the, supposed bounty that.
Yes.
And so, just imagining what if Iron Sheik did take that bounty. Wrestling would probably be completely different than what we know it today.
Sure.
If he had hurt Hulk and cost Hulk the title, and like they were saying on Busted Open, would we have gotten WrestleMania if Hulk was not the champion? Probably not.
No.
And it's totally real. It's totally true. To us, you can't prove it. But it's true because in the Hall of Fame speech, he even says, I don't cut off the head, put food in my mouth. There you go. He's saying that. He's going, why should I cut off the hand that's been putting food in my mouth? And when he told him, and they said, you'll make more than that, and
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we also all know that Vern Gagne is a notoriously and famously cheap SOB. So there's no way Vern was ponying up $100,000 to get someone's leg broken. No way.
Another thing, how Bully talks about, or basically all the wrestlers on Busted Open, Bully, Mark, and Tommy, where they talk about the stories where, basically thanking Steve for the house, thanking Hulk, wrestlers thanking Hulk for the house. Well, you wouldn't be saying that if Iron Sheik had went through on that bounty. You wouldn't be saying thank you, Hulk, for the house. The biggest era in WWF besides the Attitude Era was Hulkamania.
Right.
And you would not have gotten it in '85 with WrestleMania 1 if Iron Sheik had done what, supposedly what he was asked to do. So
a couple of years later, if Andre didn't let him slam him.
Right.
Key moments.
It was all key moments. But Andre was the rub. I mean, Sheik was just that wasn't the rub.
Sheik was the starting point. Andre was the rub.
Opposite of Hogan, and that lit that. When you hear that crowd, oh my God, it's like
Sheik was the jump off. Andre was the rub.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sheik thought he should have held it a little longer, but he could have. But you know what? God, did he go to some great programs or what? When you watch, and you knew that Vince had a soft spot for this guy because everything and winning. When you find out he won the gimmick battle royale because he was the only wrestler there that couldn't take a jump over the top rope to the floor, he would have killed. He would have died, man.
Yes.
So, but thank you. Peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Sheiky baby.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Good I love you forever, Sheik. Yeah. I cheered for you whenever
your contributions.
And fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Fuck the Hulk
Hogan.
Hey, I hope that Twitter keeps on going.
And that idiot talking. What the fuck, Jin Min? Why you bring that fucking talking out?
Hey, I hope for the sake of everyone on Twitter and all of us, I hope that the people that were running the Iron Sheik's Twitter, I hope that
that is that. Hold on, I'll give them a shout out, bro. That's John and Paige Imagine, I think it is. It's MAGEN. They're the guys that have been running that page. they're the gentlemen that are Tommy Dreamer approved. When he met them, the first time he said he met them, he said, "Who the fuck are you guys?" And they won him over. Our heartfelt condolences go out to those guys too. Those are two brothers that really took care of a man when he could have just been left, going drunk on the Howard Stern show and all that shit.
Yes.
And they helped Carol. They helped his wife Carol. And condolences go out to Bob Backlund, Sergeant Slaughter, Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Nikolai Volkov is gone as well right now, but to everybody, man, cheers to them, condolences.
Cheers.
And I love you forever, Shiki, baby.
Well, on that note, I think we need to carry over to WWE. Rest in peace, Shiki, baby. Oh, and one more thing. If you pay attention to the thumbnail that's on YouTube right now for the show, it is a picture of Iron Sheik holding Cyndi Lauper in his arms.
Why is she not on the fucking Hall of Fame? What the fuck? I love the Cyndi Lauper. You see her? She's so beautiful. She sang this song.
So I picked that picture because it tells a story. Not only did we lose Sheiky Baby, rest in peace, Iron Sheik, but also Cyndi Lauper, who sang the song True Colors. And we're going to get into Mission Pro Wrestling's True Colors, which is going on to right after the show goes off. Right after our show goes off.
Look at that.
Switch it over to Title Match Network and catch Mission Pro Wrestling True Colors.
MPW True Colors. Hashtag MPW True Colors.
Get that trending, y'all.
I don't know how to do that.
Get on your Twitter right now. Every one of y'all that's in our live chat, get on our Twitter.
We're not making you do it with your toes.
Okay.
Get on your Twitter right now and just type hashtag
MPW
True Colors.
And do it now.
Yes.
We'll get into that at the end of our show. We'll get into some highlights for us, and then we'll kick it on over to Title Match Network. So, with that being said, let's get into some WWE talk. SmackDown last night. Before we get into the Bloodline stuff, I want to talk about a new belt that was presented to Asuka last night. We were wondering how that was going to go down, and basically, they didn't get both of them in the ring and just hand their belts over to each other.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
She was presented with a belt, and then out comes Charlotte Flair. I thought Charlotte looked amazing last night, as she always does.
As I say, always does.
Yeah. I thought it was significant. She got in the ring and just stood there, and basically she said something very telling last night. Whenever I can't even think of his name right now.
Adam Pearce
told her, what are you doing out here? You got to get in line. And she said, I made the line.
Yeah, I am the line. Yeah.
Yeah, I am the line. And she made the line. Yeah. And it is very true. Dave LaGreca always says that she's head and shoulders above everyone on the roster of WWE, even men included. She's head and shoulders above. And I would say, she's in a very elite class amongst all women and all over professional wrestling. So it's good to see Charlotte Flair back in the ring. Going to be a formidable opponent for Asuka. I just hope that they can tell a bit of a story here with Asuka, and instead of the first thought I had in my head when I saw Charlotte come out was, okay, well, we know who's going to win it next.
Right. Well,
and something very creative when Asuka was in the ring and she's standing there and then she spit the mist and Charlotte just ducked it all together.
Sideswiped.
Just took her out basically. So what were your thoughts on that, Deb?
Well, first, there's a couple things. Yes, when Charlotte said she was going to beat Asuka, she said, I want you to put that belt on me. Yeah. And she was pointing to the old belt that Asuka just handed over.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Second, I understand that they're trying to kind of solve the issue that we've been griping about of the Raw champion being on SmackDown, and SmackDown champion being on Raw. They're trying to solve that. It might be a process. It might take a few weeks to kind of figure everything out. I'm guessing that they're going to have some sort of similar thing for Rhea on Monday, I hope, because it's confusing because the belt that was just given to Asuka last night says undisputed on it.
They're going crazy with that word, ain't they?
Right.
Yes. Okay.
So, and if you listened to Busted Open yesterday, when Justin LaBar was on, Thunder said something that I thought was really interesting. You know, Justin LaBar takes part in these media scrums that WWE has with Triple H after the pay-per-views and all. And, you know, obviously there's a lot of other journalists and dirt sheet writers on there too. Thunder said, would you be able to ask someone for clarification on these belts and which belt has the lineage and why does it say undisputed? Yeah. Like, I feel like there's so many unanswered questions. I really hope it starts to like come together at some point over the next couple weeks.
Good God,
so.
it better.
Triple H would call them interim belts.
But no, God, no. I just have to get,
I understand they're trying to fix the problem. They are. I see that. They're trying to fix the problem. But I just feel like there's really not enough clarification that it's causing so many fans to be really confused about what's what. Why does Asuka's new belt say undisputed when we have another women's champion on Raw?
Right.
Confused.
John's chopping at the bit.
Confused. Yeah. Confused. Right here. Confused. You call interesting, Deb. I call mind-numbing confusingly. Just... we almost so close have an explanation of this new world heavyweight title that
and like I said, they might get there. It might be a process.
For God's sakes, can we speed this along? My Chinese algebra is easier to figure out than what is going on with WWE belts right now. Or, excuse me, WWE titles. Belts hold up your pants. For God's sake, can we just say you're the champ? Here's your title, and move along. It's just dear God, why? And if anybody says because, I will reach through the screen and slap you. I absolutely will at this point. I have to give a shout out to RA in the chat. He actually sat there with me last night on Zoom and tried to go through everything on the link, and literally my mind was numb. I had to get off of Zoom and go to bed. That's how
so
numb
my
mind
around right now.
It just makes and now, to be fair, full disclosure, are they going to make sense of it at some point? Yes.
I hope so. I
have no doubt. But for fuck's sake, can we just get there already?
Right.
God.
Right.
It's just, like I said, it's to me, it's just mind numbing at this point. And to me, and equally as important to me because of all this, it's really distracting from what has been some very good storylines, some absolutely fantastic in-ring work and matches, great promo work and all that. And I can't hit a blind guy, Steven. I just
because
you know, but to me it's distracting because now it's like, well, I can't. I don't know what the belt is, so how do I know who's going after what title or anything? And like I said, to me, it's very distracting and very confusing. And I'm hoping they get it together at some point. I mean, I know they will.
We'll have to wait and see what happens on Raw on Monday, of course. You know, hopefully they kind of, hopefully they make it make sense somehow with Rhea, because Asuka was just given what they called the WWE Women's Championship that says undisputed on it. But Rhea is still the Raw Women's Champion. So yeah, it's just I'm hoping they'll answer some questions on Monday.
Maybe Triple H needs to come on Busted Open and explain some stuff.
Yeah, ain't gonna happen.
I mean, they listen.
Of course they listen, but that doesn't
come
mean
on
they're
Saturdays with Mark.
Yeah.
Him and Denise would be
Who's
nice.
to say? Who's to say?
Maybe at best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elder or Mongrovian Sheik, I'm sorry. What are your thoughts on this?
There's too many titles as it is, so it's just full disclosure. I didn't even watch it the other night, so I've been helping. I've been hanging out with my brothers and my mom, and my mom's moving down to Florida, so I've been otherwise occupied. But I watched a few things. I still have to catch up. I still want to watch SmackDown. I caught some of the end of the show, and that was very interesting. So we get to that. I didn't see anyone get the belt. But that's what we wanted, though. I mean, you telling me Charlotte came out and challenged Asuka? Isn't that what we've been talking about wanted since they did it the first time around? So
right.
Yeah.
And this is a real serious Asuka, so
yeah.
I like to see her even more brutal.
Well, since you mentioned
more Kana.
Well, since you mentioned it, the bloodline stuff, Paul, and Jay were in the ring, and Solo, of course. And Paul said something very, when I first heard it, I was like, really? It's of course the bloodline storyline has been going on for a while now, and it's been getting, as soon as you think it gets kind of stale, they do something else to get you right back into it. And it's
we thought after WrestleMania, we were like, what's happening here? Nothing's happened in a few weeks.
Yeah. It's like a good book you just can't put down, right? Right? Yeah. So Paul told Jey Uso that he wants, or he sees him being the next tribal chief, or Roman wants him to be the next tribal chief. So and we all know that that's just Paul trying to get Jey to get back into the bloodline so that Roman can,
Roman said last week he'll fall in line. Line.
Yeah.
Right. He'll do what he always does. He'll fall in line.
Yeah. So John, what were your thoughts on that? Plus the end of SmackDown when Jey did not win the United States Championship from Austin Theory,
right?
And left Paul and Solo just hanging. So what were your thoughts on last night?
Well, first and foremost, and we discussed this before, and I know I've said it. We are truly watching a master write his master thesis or his master craft, and that's Paul Heyman, that greasy Jew bastard. He has continuously been obviously working this story and giving us all these plot twists and everything, and he does it, and it's very subtle. It's it's the interaction with Paul and Jey last night. It's the facial expressions, it's the eye rolls, the little thing, all those little things that just bring you right in.
Yeah.
See, I don't think, outside of something directly with Roman and the undisputed WWE Championship, nothing else with the bloodline per se needs to involve any titles whatsoever. Not tag titles, not US titles, not Intercontinental, nothing. There's no additional value or new, to me, any need for them to be anywhere near it. This story works and does everything on its own without being anywhere near a belt.
Right.
Right.
Now at the very end, though, is Jey falling in line? That's the big question. If you look at the way SmackDown went off the air last night, no, Jey is not falling in line.
You thought he was, and then he walked past.
And that, he just, and again, you have so many different dynamics working just in that one scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have Jey not falling in line and listening to Paul. That is again, speaking for the tribal chief.
And you had Jimmy super kicking Jey at first to cause that. So
now you have a good old fashioned brothers fight. And again, and I just have to say this real quick because there was this they did a backstage segment on SmackDown a couple weeks ago, and they're talking to Jimmy and Jay are talking to Solo, and they're doing something, and Solo's just sitting there, and Jimmy leans over and says, "Yo, my brother asked you a question." Just once, I wanted Solo to totally break character and look up and say, "Well, bitch, he's my brother too." But
Right.
that's a complete other tangent. But still, Solo is the one I think that I don't want to say he's the linchpin to all this, but at some point, Solo is going to be a very, very big part of this storyline, more so than he has been already, because you can kind of see and kind of, because we've kind of seen it before. We've seen the Usos fight and basically go against each other and stuff, and we've seen the Usos have dissension against Roman. Solo's the wild card right now. Solo just seems to be the silent killer, the silent assassin.
So John, does Rikishi grab the boys and take them down to the farm and have them fight it out?
Man, that would be fantastic. Hey, man, now you're speaking my language.
If you see that, and then Rikishi, just to give a nod, turns around and says, "Clean that shit up."
Absolutely.
Get your shit together.
That would be a real shout out to them boys. That would be.
Yes.
That'd be great.
That's exactly what that would be.
Or give a Mark Henry. Give a Mark Henryism. Get your shit together.
Yeah, exactly. But still, but Elder, jokingly, but seriously, that brings up a great point, man. Here you have, a Hall of Famer, legendary wrestler who, by the way, is their real life father.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many times have we talked about that? At some point, you see Alpha and Sika come out. Sika is an OI. Oh, and by the way, he's Roman Reigns' father.
Mm-hmm.
So you can again, and we all know the Samoans, pardon the pun, are kind of like cockroaches. They are just millions of them everywhere. You could literally keep this going for generations just on the Samoan bloodline alone.
Yeah.
But like I said, going back to my original point, I think Solo is, yes, he's the silent assassin and killer now, but at some point he is going to explode and explode big, and we're all going to be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So
real quick, Elder, what were your thoughts on? Oh no, you didn't see SmackDown last night. So yeah, we piggybacked off of you, Deb. What were your thoughts on SmackDown last night?
I think that Heyman is manipulating the situation more than Roman even is.
Yeah.
I think Heyman is the master manipulator that's pulling the strings.
Oh yeah.
Even to Roman, we've seen parts where Heyman is kind of manipulating Roman into thinking a certain thing or doing a certain thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Tony, was you that I think months ago you mentioned, like, remember in ECW when Heyman used to have the brick phone and he would walk around with that brick phone. Well, now he has his red iPhone, and he does the same thing. He did at the end of the segment. Call Roman Reigns. And and
I love how they're doing that. Doing that.
It's very interesting, kind of, a throwback to that gimmick while obviously modernizing it with an iPhone. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think this whole thing is just brilliant on Heyman's part. We all know how good of a storyteller he is. So I just think every single week we keep saying this every single week. We get another layer added. No. There's things that keep us interested.
It actually started calling front row.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's busy.
Call front row and
the people watching on here, come on and smash the like button.
Yes.
Smash that like button and share it.
Yeah.
And subscribe.
Well,
So
that's right.
one thing, yesterday on Busted Open, Thunder Rosa said it's like a telenovela. And you know, we've all seen episodes of soap operas here and there. You know, they were almost unavoidable.
Yeah, your wife does though. She takes up your TV with it.
I've been
but
to
it
soap
is,
opera
you know,
conventions,
in soap operas, the storylines often revolve around family drama. You know, there is always, like, you know, love triangle situations and stuff, but most of all, soap operas revolve around family drama, and that's what this is. This is the family drama that we're all sitting here with our popcorn and watching the family argue with each other.
We love it.
And it's like have you ever seen a Facebook? Have you ever been scrolling through your Facebook feed and seen a post from someone who's just talking shit on someone else, and all of a sudden you're just reading through the comments, watching people argue with each other?
Yeah,
right.
I've never seen that at all. Never seen it at all.
And go fuck yourself, Tony. I was right on that. So go put that on Facebook too.
All right. Well,
yeah, it's like that where you're just watching someone else's drama unfold.
Yeah. Well, great discussion on the bloodline. Real quick, I want to get into. Me and Deb had a discussion the other day when she called me on her lunch break. I'm so honored to take her calls on her lunch breaks every day. I'm so honored. I mean, we were talking about MJF.
Oh my God, Tony, this sucks. I hate being at work. I'm so tired.
Wait, is that Deb or is that Chad?
Oh, that was Deb. You want to hear Chad? Oh my God, I hate my job.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sorry. I got the voices confused.
Alike.
I'm sorry.
They're almost alike.
They're all in a Long Island accent, so really it's
right. Okay, all right.
But anyway, so we were talking about MJF and Adam Cole, and they announced on Dynamite coming up Wednesday, it's going to be MJF versus Adam Cole, and I think, Deb, we might have had our signals crossed a little bit because it's not a title match Wednesday.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's elimination or qualifier proving ground match.
Interesting. Okay. I must have missed
that. If Cole wins,
and another podcast I was listening to must have missed that as well.
Yeah, right. Well, Deb, there's our answer then. So I believe that Adam Cole is going to win, because there has to be more than one match between MJF and Adam Cole. This needs to carry on. This needs to be where he finally gets the belt at the next pay-per-view, and then lose it. I mean, because there's money in the face chasing, not the heel.
Always.
So I believe that this is where the story is going to end up with MJF and Adam Cole. Yes, CM Punk is going to be back on Collision, but we don't know if he's going to be on Dynamite and Collision or just Collision. We don't know. We don't know how that's going to happen. So eventually you want to see.
Bother?
Right. But you have a story that needs to be told between MJF and CM Punk. You have to tell that story because Punk relinquished his title. And there's unfinished business between MJF and Punk. They had so many good matches together, dog collars, all that. There is some unfinished business there that needs to be told. But I am happy that they're going towards Adam Cole. Mongrovian Mike, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, yeah, I know what you mean. The face chasing is much better. Adam Cole, I see him. What do we have? We have the Forbidden Door coming up, and then the Wembley Arena.
All in.
The Wembley Stadium. Yeah. I mean,
I feel like that's our main event at All In is Adam Cole and MJF.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna call it now. There's gonna be a co-main events, I believe there. That I think they really have to have something like that. They gotta make that one night really special. And MJF CM Punk is the one I'm thinking of. But not unless they have CM. You know, I mean, you know what? Hey, CM Punk can have a real. Maybe they're going to do business and have a real life thing with Kenny Omega. That'd be really cool.
That there's the money.
There's money. There's money in CM Punk going with Omega because everybody thinks they know the story.
And
so now let them tell the story that they want to tell everybody.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
And
that's
you know
the
what?
way it'll be.
That's interesting because that makes me think, we don't know really what happened
No.
with that.
None
They've
of us
been
do.
very secretive about it. They
only
said for
5
legal
people that
reasons
actually
they
know what
couldn't
happened.
divulge.
Right.
Yeah.
So
one of those
that
people is a
opens
dog.
up the possibility for them to create their own narrative about this.
Absolutely.
Make it part of storyline, and like you said, tell the story that they want to tell. We don't know what happened, so make it part of the story and create your own narrative.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's why I said Tony. That's why I said Tony. Like, there's no reason to bring Punk into this now because of just what Deb was talking about. The way better money and way better story is Punk Omega.
Yeah.
And people are so interested in the drama,
right?
So hone in on that, harness that, use that to your advantage.
And I don't absolutely. And I don't like the idea. I mean, they've already made the big announcement. CM Punk is back. They're going to be on Collision Saturday nights. Fantastic. But I don't think them trying to push CM Punk per se. Cole and MJF has the potential to be a really, really good story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's really at this point, other than that we just saw with the 4 pillars, there's no more over babyface in AEW right now than Adam Cole.
Oh,
hey, how about he flips it around, John? MJF. One of the things that was bothering me about it is that everybody gets these gauntlet matches, these gauntlet things that they have to run through for every time for him to put the belt up. I think right now, Wednesday, he goes for the belt and then he loses it. And then he starts whining and pissing and moaning about how this is why I don't want to have to defend this belt at every turn.
Right.
I should let him bring up Roman. Let him even bring up Roman. I should be just like the guy on that island. Whatever.
Right. Yeah. But and
then have him run the gauntlet through till Wembley.
Well, I see. There's other. You can build this story with Adam Cole and MJF just organically through promos and everything else without all the gauntlets. Because let's face it, that's tired at this point.
Yeah,
we have seen every single
we don't need MJF to be demanding you have to get through these steps in order to face me.
Exactly. We don't that.
It's already
it can work organically
with Jericho. With this one,
exactly.
With that one.
It would be just more of the same. Nor do I think that they're going to do any kind of a title change on TV.
Yeah,
not the world title anyway.
Right.
Not the world title.
All right, so we've seen an Iron Man match from MJF. He can do it. We've seen the strap, the door collar match.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We've seen cage matches. We've seen extreme, clusterfuck, AEW style matches.
Fatal 4-way.
We've seen fatal. We got a fatal 4-way. What is next to for people to say, because it seems that people always talk shit that MJF is not going to be able to do this, and then he does.
Right.
Well, that's the whole thing. The whole thing is what is
next? Match a la Randy Orton Jr.
Hey, how about this? Since we've already discussed it briefly, Mike, fight without honor.
There you go.
Yeah, which is basically a no rules match, no disqualification, no count out.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, call it last man standing. I quit match, whatever, something like that.
But I don't see that match happening at the very beginning though. That has to be something.
No, that
has to be something that you want to
MJF because we've seen him do every style of match practically.
Right.
I'm sure there's a couple that we can pull out, but pretty much it's only going to be weapons and bleeding. So,
Yeah. One thing I want to mention. I saw something on TikTok the other day, and I wish I hadn't seen it.
Oh boy.
But I was scrolling. I was laying in bed waiting to go to sleep, and I was scrolling TikTok, and I saw
you were
Adam Cole's promo in Ring of Honor to Killer Cross, and it was almost word for word what MJF said to Cole on Dynamite.
Mhm.
I wish I
I
had
believe
not seen
Sean
that.
Ross Sapp shared. Sean Ross Sapp
Yes.
shared that as well.
Yeah.
I wish I had not have seen that, because not knowing that, because I never watched Ring of Honor, because I'm from Texas and I didn't really watch Ring of Honor. So, but when I saw the promo on Dynamite that MJF cut on Cole, we were all sitting there going, "Wow!" I was like, "Wow, that is an awesome segment," and I even tweeted it out. That was an awesome segment, but I didn't know.
It was.
It was.
I don't think that takes away from it at all.
It does in a way. It does in
I
a
don't
way.
think so. I think it's just MJF being, the smartass that he is, that he's going to use Adam Cole's own words against him.
Yes.
He did that. He did that knowing that someone like you was going to go back and find that and see that and notice that. And that's what I think is a little Easter egg that he leaves for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that didn't. And Tony, I recognized it just because I am.
You did watch Ring of Honor. Yeah.
Yes, and all that.
Wild.
But even still, if and I know. And I can't understand why there's been this kind of knock on Adam Cole about, well, Adam Cole's not good on the mic. And I say, you're out of your mind. Adam Cole is absolutely phenomenal on the mic, because even before NXT, even before and his run at Ring of Honor when he was part of the Bullet Club, you want to see a quintessential Adam Cole promo. Again, go to watch ROH and look up Adam Cole and Mark Briscoe, rest in peace.
Yeah, it was on NXT.
Fight without.
It was NXT. Okay, thank you, Cole. Yeah. See, shows you how much I know.
Yeah, but go
you
watch.
Watched it
And
what am I
even
doing
believe
sitting
it's
here?
on. Yeah, I even believe it's on YouTube. Watch the series of promos between Mark Briscoe and Adam Cole leading up to the fight without honor for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
Okay.
All right. Well, cool. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Let you in behind the curtain on me and Deb's conversation. But yeah, so want to transition now to Mission Pro Wrestling True Colors. There was some Impact stuff we wanted to get into. Well, we can. And new. Deb, go ahead. You watched it last night. Just go ahead.
So both Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley now are holding gold. Chris Sabin won the X Division title, John?
For the ninth, yes, ninth time. 9-time X Division.
Nine times.
Yep.
And
Hashtag Chris Bueller stay off.
Yes.
Alex Shelley in a shocker beat Steve Macklin for the Impact World Championship. So that was an insane upset. I never.
Yes, it was.
Obviously, we all know that Alex Shelley has been there forever. And he obviously deserves it. I just never expected Steve Macklin to lose it so soon. So it was quite a shocker at the end of the pay-per-view last night.
Yes.
And let's give a quick shout out to that awesome 8-man tag match that went on.
Oh my God! Yes.
What a great way. The winning team, all of a sudden, once they win, it's them 4 against each other, and then the winner of that, it was just
It's a very interesting concept. I love it.
It was
very,
great.
very creative.
Bully, please wear a jock strap or something this time.
Them bulls are getting old, Bully. Those bulls are getting old.
Oh my God.
We're gonna see Bully. Me and Deb and John are gonna see Bully at the ECW Arena July 1st for Icons.
Yes,
and
I'm excited.
And yes, I did pop when Jonathan Gresham came off the top rope a la Devon and gave Bully the what's up.
Yes.
I popped through for that. That's a cool moment.
Yeah, but in general, Impact last night was an amazing pay-per-view.
Yeah,
definitely recommend starting to watch Impact if you're not already.
For $10.
But now
for $10.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Speaking of $10,
I just say now, let's show our true colors, man.
Yeah. Speaking of $10, it costs $10 to subscribe to Title Match Network and catch up on everything Mission Pro. And tonight, in 9 minutes. In 9 minutes.
9
minutes.
9.
They're going to go live in San Antonio for Mission Pro Wrestling True Colors. So real quick, I want to just ask all of y'all, what are y'all looking forward to? What matches are you looking forward to? I am looking forward to seeing Tiffany Nieves and Emmy Camacho Madness. I'm looking forward to that match. And I'm also looking forward to hopefully seeing Jasmine Allure become the Mission Pro Wrestling Women's Champion. So, John, what do you look forward to, bro?
I am looking for, first and foremost, I agree, Jasmine, but Jasmine seems to be the fan favorite. But, dude, I am 100% Jenna Army. I have been with the Bionic Blonde since day one. I will continue. And still Mission Pro champion at the end of this
Muscle
genocide.
Army.
Cool.
Muscle Army, yes.
Army the way.
Also, I am really, really looking forward to seeing the Mission Pro Wrestling, or the Men's Revolution, getting the ever-living crap kicked out of them by the 3 other teams in this 4-way tag team match that they have. I cannot wait to see them just get beat silly.
And JP getting his ass kicked by Black Swan.
That too. Yeah. I don't care really who wins everything, as long as Men's Revolutions, for lack of a better term, basically get their dicks knocked in the dirt.
Oh, hot take. Mongrovian Mike.
Agree.
Deb. Go ahead.
Go, Deb.
If you guys didn't see the promo that was posted on Mission Pro's Instagram the other day, and I think JP and Joey Hyder posted it as well on theirs.
Yes.
Yes. JP says he has the script. It's right there in the script that he beats Black Swan.
Right.
Yeah.
We all know that scripts can get torn up right before the show.
Or he could get his mask off.
Card subject to change.
I think if you pay attention to Mission Pro's socials, they posted a promo picture earlier where the men are, they're showing the whole roster, and the men are at the top and their heads are cut off. Is that a prediction?
Could be.
Who knows?
Could be.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Mongrovian
Maybe at best.
What are your thoughts, bro?
Well, as much as I want a Mission Pro wrestling shirt, I'll take a shirt, but they're gonna lose.
Right.
They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. Bougie reality all the way. Secure the bag. Smooches. The bougie kinda comes out victorious because they're all that. You know what? Really, come on. Maddie's just got to yell to Rache, get the hairdryer.
I just have one other quick thing about this. It's not a match, but you know her, you love her. She's our very own Izzy, making her debut tonight.
Her commentary
for Mission Pro. Looking very forward to seeing her get behind the desk there and hearing her call all the matches and stuff. If you're not familiar with who Izzy Moreno is now, get familiar, because in very short order, I wouldn't even say in 5 years, you are certainly going to know who she is when you're watching her weekly on your television.
Yes,
that's right. And if you don't, she's going to kick you in the nuts.
Yeah, well, that too. But
behind the curtain, I was supposed to be down there in San Antonio tonight, but work called and couldn't get me a load home, so I was supposed to see Izzy. So Izzy, love you. Do a good job tonight on commentary. And along with Izzy, front row, Mrs. Front Row, Trenda, Neil, Too Sweet Neil, and Garza are all down there live.
Yes.
Hashtag Nation's Corner on location. They are repping the brand.
I did it right.
I wish I was there with y'all.
Yes.
Yes. One of these days, I think Front Row said that Silver Bells 2, he's planning on a big get-together down there in December.
I'll try.
I'm looking forward to that.
I've already told Front Row to alert the authorities and the media. Philly goes to San Antonio.
Go to San Antonio.
Nice.
That's right. Go to San Antonio, support Mission Pro, support indie wrestling.
Yes.
It's gonna be a kick-ass show. Genocide's gonna maybe she's gonna beat Jasmine in 10 seconds, and
That
call
would
her
be
the 10-second
fantastic.
loser instead of the 10-second champ.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But she's got to go down because I hope Bougie Reality comes out and gives her the receipts that she deserves, and she goes down in flames, and the Muscle Army prevails. Bougie Reality retains. Who else do we have? We got who are the 4 teams in there? Jay? You got Bougie Reality. You got Mission
Money
Bros,
Birds.
Money Birds.
the Money Birds, and
Yes.
who else?
I'm predicting the Money Birds winning this thing.
One more.
Too.
There's one more team, right?
Oh shoot! Let me see.
Well, hold on a second.
I've been remiss. It's a 4-way, so
Yeah.
these are great graphics.
There you go.
Oh, we have the
There you
graphics.
go.
Yes.
There it is.
The Men's Revolution.
Yeah, the men's.
Charity Kane.
Yeah.
The Queen Bees. Yeah, the Queen Bees. Charity Kane and Danny B.
Yeah.
That's right. Very
So,
good.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Me and John are predicting, and I think Dev are predicting the Money Birds taking this tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
and
I hope so.
Bougie Reality had a good run. They've been awesome tag champions, but I think it's just about time that, in my opinion, that Money Birds take it, and that Maddie focuses on a solo run because she's just awesome.
Oh my God, how great is she? Jeez.
Her side character spotlight. If y'all haven't seen her side character spotlight,
oh my God,
they are. I got to talk to Colin King a couple of weeks ago, and asked her about
you're welcome.
her side character spotlight. Yes, John. Shout out to John. We were working the CCW table, and of course Colin's there, and I had an opportunity to talk to Colin King about the side character spotlight. I got to talk to her about the status of the NWA Women's Championship and how I thought she should have beat and became the new NWA Women's Champion. I mean, we had it. We could have had an interview right there and put it on Nation's Corner. That's how good our conversation was. So, future reference, we're looking to have Colin King on in a future episode of Nation's Corner.
Yes, definitely.
But anyway, she's an awesome person. So, but anyway, I want to go ahead and sign off because it's getting to the top of the hour, and I want to give everybody a chance to get over to Title Match Network, get your snacks in order.
Seth just walked in with pizza a few minutes ago, so I gotta go grab that.
Oh.
Anyway,
must be nice.
Yeah, must be nice. But anyway, John, how can people reach you on the socials?
Well, just real quick, I have a shameless plug. Since we're talking about Title Match Network, and it's a widely known rumor that I have a connection now to Capital Championship Wrestling. While you're on Title Match tonight, by all means, please look back at the Capital Championship Wrestling. That is all the library of their shows is available there. And this Monday, we have 2 new shows debuting on Title Match. One is the Best of Capital Championship Wrestling Volume 2. And you just heard her on Busted Open Friday as part of the Indie Spotlight. We are talking about the Capital Championship Wrestling Global Fighting Champion, Rebecca J. Scott, has her own special called The Evolution.
I'm a huge fan.
The Evolution of Rebecca J. Scott, that is also debuting on Monday on Title Match. So there's my shameless plug. So in the meantime, you can catch me at I did it, Deb. Look, I did it.
Oh, look at that.
I got it. At Twisted Metal Fab on the Twitter machine and the IG. And always, as always, hashtag, I did that right too. Nation's Corner on location. Let us know where you at, who you're seeing, who you're liking. Show us your pictures. Show us out at the indie shows. Support indie wrestling. Support indie wrestlers.
Hashtag just enjoy wrestling.
Happy wrestling.
Yes.
Thank you, Ian Riccaboni.
Mongrovian Mike, how can people find you on the socials, brother?
At Mongrovian Mike. I'd just like to take this time to just say tomorrow my mom moves down to Florida to live with my brother Danny. She needs that to be around, to have somebody to be with her all day. I can't do that. She can't live by herself anymore. So she's moving down to Florida with the better weather. She's gonna be down there with my brothers. So my whole family is down there. It's gonna be weird. I've never been more than 20 minutes away from her all my life, and yeah, and you know, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be cool. You know, she's going to be there with my brothers, and
shout out to Mama
and my
Mongrovian.
sister-in-laws. Yes, Mama Mongrovian. Just go to my page on Twitter, and she's the pinned one. She's pinned right up on top, and you can watch her learning how to say karate.
I love that video, by the way.
Yeah, and rest in peace forever. Great one. You respect the legend. I love you, Sheik. This is why I regret not knowing you guys for years longer, because I would have definitely been at a convention meeting his ass when he was a little healthier.
Yeah.
But right now, Bobby Heenan saying, "God, here comes the Iron Sheik. He's not going to make it here till about 2025, but he's on his way up the stairs there to heaven."
He's got God in the Cobra Clutch.
He's going to make everyone humble. Right now he's seen as he's rejoined with his tag partner for life, Nikolai, and Nikolai's singing some gibberish. I know it's not the Russian national anthem now.
Yeah. Deb, how can people find you?
Brother Kayfabe.
I am at That's So Debonair on the Twitter machine, and same on Instagram. And we're about, we're still towards the beginning of June, but I won't be on next week because we'll be at PPW. So happy Pride Month. It's been a good Pride Month so far. I got my New Japan shirt. I got my Thunder Army rainbow shirt coming. I'm going to get the AEW rainbow shirt. I'm going to get the Mission Pro rainbow shirt.
And if you don't like that, you're sick, hot cook, you're a stupid idiot. Buy that.
Nice.
Yeah, so please just, this month is a reminder to just be kind to other humans. Everybody deserves to live. Everybody has a right to live and be who they are as a person.
Tell that to Murderhawk. He's the one that says everybody dies.
With the exception of Lance, okay? That's what it's all about. It's just, being kind to other humans and understanding that despite our differences, other people have a right to still live and be happy.
Right.
And not just this month, but every month.
Just have to be civil.
Yes.
Just have to be civil. You don't have to understand what people do, what they go. Who cares?
Who cares?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who cares
what people do in their bedrooms? Yep. Why would we think about that?
And you can find me at Tony Justice, AJFA. And if you're a Metallica fan, like I know all of us are, you know what that means. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we've gone on long enough, get over to Title Match Network, get Mission Pro Wrestling's True Colors, and enjoy yourself. And we will catch y'all on the flip.
Have a good one, people.